Firehouse Friday, a day to raise awareness about the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. Now, the Burn Center is currently undergoing a $1.5 million modernization, highlighted by the construction of an overnight suite for families whose loved ones are receiving care. Joining me now are Lieutenant Pat Berry and firefighter Bob Smith from the Fairfield Fire Department. It's great to have you guys with us.
Great to be here.
All right. What are we making today?
Today we're making pulled pork with homemade barbecue sauce.
And you said earlier this was a recipe from your mom?
Yes, it is.
Is this a secret recipe?
It's kind of secret, but she lets it out to those that she likes. So.
All right, so have you had this before?
I have.
And you like it?
Top shelf.
Really? Is this a favorite at the Firehouse?
It is. It's one of the things that guys ask Pat to cook up when he's working occasionally.
Okay, occasionally.
It's a lot of prep work. So.
Let's take there is a lot of prep work in this.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Let's take a look at the ingredients. What do you have here?
This is a dry rub that we put on there. My mother likes to use the better spices, so she gets the higher quality stuff, which actually gives it a better taste.
Stronger stuff,
it's
right?
Stronger, absolutely.
Okay.
A little spicy. It tends to be a little spicy if you want it to go that way. You know, and just standard stuff. There's vinegar, ketchup, things like that, and all that's to make the barbecue sauce.
Homemade barbecue sauce.
And that's
like
the life
to cheat.
of
it. I get the bottle.
Once you taste this, you won't cheat anymore.
Okay, all right. So what's in the barbecue sauce? Just give us some idea.
There's ketchup, there's vinegar, red wine vinegar, there's soy sauce, there's brown sugar, garlic, lemon, Worcestershire sauce, yeah.
So do you help him out, Bob?
He's kind of a one-man band. There's some ancillary stuff you do on the side, you can do that, but once he gets moving, you kind of want to stay out of his way.
Oh, okay, so we should stay out of his way once he starts?
Good move.
But you're actually going to help out. You're going to be cutting some veggies there.
A little bit.
Okay, so what do we start off here? This is a...
This is what's called a boneless pork butt, and I get this from a local butcher shop in our town. The better the meat, the better the end product.
And how many people will this serve?
3 to 4, probably do about 4 to 5 people or so. The Firehouse, when I make it, I normally like 10 to 15 pounds. So it's
yeah, because there's a lot of guys you're trying to feed.
There's a lot of guys. Yeah, there's 8 guys there. So.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to have Bob doing over there?
Just prepping some vegetables for the rice dish. That'll go with.
Oh, we're doing a side dish to this.
Yeah, we have a little rice and black beans in there. We throw some vegetables in there, kind of give it a little color, jazz it up a little bit.
All right, great. So while you're cutting that up, so how does this all? How do you put it all together?
What you do is you start with the meat. The butcher ties it up for me. You get a pot going, and you want to use a pot that you can actually put in the oven because it helps to save the juice that's in there. So you get a little bit of vegetable oil going in there, get the bottom warm, get the oil warm. You take the meat, and the more seasoning you put on there, the better the end product. The idea is you're trying to sear it up so that
this is just what's in here. What kind of
dry?
herbs?
There's chili powder. There's paprika in there. There's pepper. There's a bunch of different things.
Great. We're going to have that recipe for everybody anyway. They're going to want this. All right, go
it won't be Mom's secret recipe after this.
Exactly.
And you
just put it all in there.
Yeah, you just want to roll it. And the idea is when you sear the meat, it holds the juice in, and that's what gives it the flavors, is having all the juice in the end product.
Okay, while you're doing that, let's talk about the Burn Center. We actually spoke with John earlier, who is also firefighter at Fairfield Fire Department. And he was burned, and have you guys ever been injured as well in a fire?
Injured, yes. Most firefighters throughout the course of their career are going to be injured at some point or another. It's just nature of the business. John's injury was a little out of the ordinary, and he spent a couple of days up at the hospital in the burn unit.
And that burn unit is so important for all of you.
Absolutely.
And that's why why you're taking part in this.
Well, we try to do a lot of things for the community. We raise as much money as we can. The Burn Center obviously is near and dear to us because of the type of work we do. We're in those environments. You know, I have received burns at work, and not enough that required hospitalization, but John was he was more on the extreme end, and you know, they took really good care of him. They did things to him that you're not going to get everywhere in the United States.
And it helped him to recover quicker, and of course he's back at work.
Right. Getting him back to work.
So that's great. All right, so after this, what happens?
After this, put it into our pot, and we sear it up. And the idea is once you get the crust on there, holds the juice in. That's where all the flavor is.
And then, after you sear it, you put the barbecue sauce over it?
No, after we sear it, once it's set, you stick that whole thing right in the oven. For
that entire thing?
For 2 to 3 hours, you know, depending on pork you want to have done around 180, 190 degrees. It's going to rise a little bit. The temperature is going to rise when you pull it out. So if you're at 180, it'll rise up to 190. Once you do that, you let it sit for a little bit so that you can manage it. You break it all apart, add a little barbecue sauce to it, have a little more barbecue sauce so you can put over the top of it, and you're ready to eat.
That's it. And now, the side dish that you're making over there, what are you serving?
We've got some yellow rice with some black beans. You can use whatever side dish you like. We just like to use a little starch at the Firehouse here and there, so we threw some extra color in there to kind of jazz it up a little bit. And you can use white rice, you know, whatever you feel like having.
Well, the aroma is so fragrant. It smells so good.
Well, I hope you like it.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to love it. Are you kidding me? All right. All of you at home can help the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital by making a donation. All you have to do is go to ctburncenter.wtnh.com. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. But, of course, we're all going to try this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I can't wait. So stick around.